Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to English with Kay, the podcast where we speak real English about real life. No experts needed, no boring grammar lessons, just honest conversations, hot takes, and a little bit of oversharing. I'm your host, Kohler, your Gen Z big sis, emotional support weirdo, and accidental oversharer. And today, oof, we're diving into a spicy one. Gen Z versus Millennials. Yep, the generational showdown that nobody asked for, but secretly everybody is low-key obsessed with. This isn't gonna be your typical Millennials love avocado toast and Gen Z likes TikTok type of list. Nope. We're talking real life stuff. Social media chaos, how both generations deal with burnout, how we view jobs, friendships, mental health, even aesthetics. This episode is part trend, part therapy, part group chat energy, with English that's super beginner friendly but still juicy and smart. So, if you are a B2 English learner, you're in the right place. And don't worry, I will throw in a vocabulary section at the end with 10 cool C1 words we use today. So, stay tuned for that. All right, grab your iced coffee, matcha, yerba mate, or just water if you're healthy like that, and let's get into it. So, let's just start with I feel like Gen Z is the younger sibling who's tired of being compared to the golden child, millennials. Even though that golden child also grew up on anxiety and student debt. Millennials were born somewhere between 1981 and 1996-ish, so they are in their late 20s to early 40s now. Gen Z, that's us, born from about 1997 and to 2012. We're the internet babies, the TikTok generation, the don't call me just text squad. But it's more than just age, it's a vibe thing, a mentality. Millennials were raised with hope, like if you go to college and work hard, you will be successful. Gen Z was raised with chaos, like LOL, the world might end, but at least you can become a micro influencer and go viral for crying in your car. Okay, let's talk about social media, the place where generations go to argue, flex, cry, and sometimes trauma dump. Millennials use Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter. They post their wedding albums, travel pics, and long emotional captions. Gen Z, we're like, if it's not a 7-second TikTok with sad music, I don't trust it. Also, can we talk about photo dumps? Millennials still try to get the perfect selfie with good lighting and edits. Gen Z, we post blurry pics of a sailing fan, a frog we saw on the street, and then one pic where we look like a Greek statue accidentally. Why? Because trying too hard is cringe, and being effortlessly chaotic is cool now. But honestly, sometimes I think we're just afraid of being perceived. Like, we don't want people to know we care, so we pretend we don't. That's kind of messed up, right? And don't even get me started on cancel culture. Millennials invented it, but Gen Z turned into a sport. It's like you made a mistake 12 years ago when you were 13, blocked, exiled, never heard from again. But low key, we're starting to get tired of that too. Like maybe we don't need to destroy everyone. Maybe, just maybe, we let people grow. I don't know. Hot take. Forgiveness is a punk rock now. Okay, here's where things get real. Millennials walked so Gen Z could run away from the office. Millennials were raised with this dream of climbing the ladder, job titles, promotions, LinkedIn updates that says, I'm thrilled to announce. Gen Z is like, I'm thrilled to quit this job because it's killing my soul and I'd rather sell crystals on Etsy. We don't want hustle culture. We want peace culture. Like, I will work, but not at the cost of my mental health. And definitely not in an office with fake small talk and a dress code. Remote work? Yes. Quiet quitting? Also, yes. Getting paid enough to survive and thrive? Please. Millennials were told you can be anything you want if you just work hard. Gen Z is like, I worked hard and now I have depression and $14 in my bank account. Unpopular opinion, jobs should be flexible, not our spines. Also, we don't dream of labor. We dream of soft lives, digital nomad lives, working from a beach in Bali with coconut, even though I know the Wi Fi is probably trash. But hey, a girl can dream. Here's another spicy difference. Millennials were about trends. Gen Z is about aesthetics. Millennials had fashion trends like skinny jeans, side parts, and chevron print everything. Gen Z, we have full on identities clean girl aesthetic, cottagecore, Y2K baddie, dark academia, feral hot girl. We don't just dress a certain way, we live it. It's not just clothes, it's a whole lifestyle mood board, playlist, and Pinterest folder. Millennials are like, this is my outfit of the day. Gen Z is like, this is my current hyperfixation, personality shift, and emotional support aesthetic. Also, millennials love brunch. Gen Z loves chaotic breakfast at 2 p.m. with no explanation. We're also way more into DIY everything. We thrift, we upcycle, we make candles out of old jars. Is it because we're creative or just broke? Who knows? Probably both. Okay, this one's deep, but necessary. Millennials were the first to start the convo around mental health. They walked so we could cry on TikTok about our panic attacks with mascara running down our faces. Gen Z, we overshare, we talk about therapy, trauma, ADHD, burnout like it's just another Tuesday. But here's the thing, even though we're super open about mental health, we're also super anxious. Like, we self diagnose with 5 different disorders in 1 week and still forget to drink water. Also, can we stop pretending healing is an aesthetic? It's not always journaling and candles. Sometimes it's crying in bed while rewatching the same comfort show for the 15th time. But honestly, that's okay. We're figuring it out together. So let's get spicy. Because what even is a podcast without some unpopular opinions that make people go, wait, did they just say that? I've collected some hot takes, some from personal experience, some from late night TikTok spirals, some from those chaotic group chats that go from memes to therapy in under 3 minutes. Let's go. And remember, these are meant to start conversations, not fights. Maybe. So let me blunt. Hot take number one, Gen Z isn't lazy. We're just allergic to meaningless work. We're not trying to climb a ladder we didn't build. Millennials were sold the idea of work hard, play hard. But Gen Z is like work smart, rest harder, and question why we're working in the first place. We're not lazy, we just don't worship productivity the way previous generations did. We'll put 10 hours into a side hustle we love, but not 10 minutes into a job that makes us cry in the break room. We don't dream of labor, we dream of balance. We want jobs with soul, not just salary. Also, we know burnout isn't a badge of honor. It's a warning sign. And that's why we're bouncing from toxic jobs faster than your ex after you start therapy. So, hot take number two, millennials use too many gifts and Gen Z silently judges them for it. You know what I'm talking about. That overused reaction GIF of that guy blinking or Oprah pointing dramatically or Michael Scott screaming no. Millennials drop those in group chat like it's 2012. Meanwhile, Gen Z just sends a blurry meme or a photo of a raccoon with the caption of me right now. We don't hate them, we just evolved into something more chaotic or unhinged. If I'm not responding with a TikTok link or a crying emoji that somehow means, haha, am I even alive? Millennials say, let me express myself clearly, while Gen Z says, let me confuse you emotionally and make you laugh at the same time. So, hot take number three, The 9 to 5 life is actually one of the most outdated things ever. You want me to sit at desk for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week until I'm 65 just to maybe retire and then start living? Yeah. No. Gen Z is rejecting the timeline. We want to travel in our 20s, rest in our 30s, create in our 40s, and still be learning in our 50s. We want fluidity, remote work, gap years, sabbaticals, side quests, not just the main storyline. Unpopular opinion, retirement is a scam. I don't want wait until I'm 70 to feel free. I want freedom now. Even if it means freelancing 3 jobs from my laptop while drinking instant coffee in my childhood bedroom. Freedom is the goal, not a corner office. So, hot take number 4, millennials had FOMO. Gen Z has JOMO. Millennials were all about the fear of missing out. They needed to attend every event, post every brunch, show every milestone. Gen Z, we're over it. Give us the joy of missing out. Honestly, if someone cancels plans, we feel relieved, not rejected. We're like, oh no, I have to stay home and rot in bed watching comfort YouTube videos. What a shame. But it actually is a very good feeling. We still love our people, but we also love our space. Social battery, dead after 1 hour. And don't get us started on events that don't have boot. If I left my house, did my eyeliner, and wore real pants, there better be snacks. Hot take number 5, Gen Z is extremely online and deeply wants to log off. We grew up on the internet. Like, our first friends were probably from Minecraft. But we're also so tired of being online 24/7. The constant performance, comparison, and dopamine chase, it's exhausting. We say things like, touch grass, not just a joke, it's literally our dream. A picnic, a book, a nap without notifications. That's the new luxury. Like, imagine being unreachable for a whole weekend. Iconic, revolutionary. But we're stuck. We want to unplug, but we're also refreshing our feeds every 5 seconds, like we're waiting for a personality update. Unplugging feels like freedom, but it also feels like falling behind. And that tension, it's very Gen Z. Hot take number 6. Gen Z might overshare online, but it's because we're scared of silence. It looks like confidence, right? The confessions on TikTok, the trauma dumping, the here's my 3 a.m. mental breakdown, but with Lana Del Rey soundtracks. But sometimes it's just us trying to be seen, not to feel alone. We don't trust quiet people. We think silence means distance. So we overshare, we meme our sadness, we joke about therapy and trauma like it's lighthearted, when deep down, we just want someone to say, same. I mean, we turned vulnerability into content, and that's both beautiful and slightly tragic. But hey, at least we're talking about it, even if it's through voice filters and trending audios. So, hot take number 7, millennials had dream jobs. Gen Z has dream boundaries. Remember how millennials used to say, I want to be a CEO or I'm building my empire? Gen Z is like, I just want to log off at 5, be left alone on weekends, and never have to reply to a just circling back email again. Our dream job, not being emotionally available to my boss. Dream job, flexible hours, 4-day work week, and no mandatory Zoom icebreakers. We want peace, not perks. Give us rest, not ping pong tables in the office. So, hot take number 7, millennials talk about nostalgia. Gen Z lives inside of it. Like, we're obsessed with the early 2000s, butterfly clips, flip phones, low rise jeans, regrettably, MSN Messenger. We want to relive it all, even though we were like 4 years old when the most of it happened. Why? Because modern life is overstimulating. Too fast, too much. So we escape into blurry photos, analog aesthetics, disposable cameras, and 90s sitcoms we didn't grow up with. It's not about going back in time, it's about slowing down. Nostalgia feels safe, comforting, familiar, even if it's fake. Hot take number 9, Gen Z is scared of sincerity. This one hurts a little. We'll joke about anything. We will hide behind irony. We'll say, I hate myself, lol, instead of just admitting we're sad. Because being sincere is terrifying. Vulnerability, scary. Honesty, risky. We mastered sarcasm and memes because it protects us. But deep down, most of us crave real connections, the kind you can screenshot, the kind that doesn't go viral. So, yeah, we're silly, chaotic, and unbothered on the outside. But inside, we're just kids who grew up too fast trying to find a place to land. Okay, now I want to hear from you. Are you Gen Z, Millennial, some magical chaotic mix of both? What's your unpopular opinion about these generations? DM me, leave a comment, send me a voice note. Let's make this a group chat because here's the truth, we're more similar than we think. Both generations are tired, both want meaning, both just want to be seen and not judged for drinking iced coffee in winter. So let's pause for English nerds real quick. Here are 10 advanced C1 words we use today with simple meanings and examples. Our first word is perceived. Perceived. It's a thought of or seen in a certain way. For example, we pretend we don't care because we're afraid of being perceived. Next word is exiled. Exiled. It means officially kicked out or banned. For example, one mistake online and you're exiled forever. Next word is burnout. Burnout. It's a state of extreme stress and exhaustion. For example, Gen Z is done with burnout from toxic jobs. Aesthetic. Aesthetic. It's a style or visual theme. For example, dark academia is my current aesthetic. Hyperfixation. Hyperfixation. It means being extremely focused on one thing. For example, this aesthetic is my latest hyperfixation. Next word is overshare. Overshare. It means to share too much personal info. For example, Gen Z tends to overshare online. It's how we connect. Next one is trauma informed. Trauma informed. It means aware of how trauma affects behavior. For example, Gen Z is trauma informed, not lazy. Next one is boundary setting. Boundary setting. It means creating emotional or personal limits. For example, saying no is a form of boundary setting. Next one is romanticize. Romanticize. It means to make something seem better than it really is. For example, we romanticize the 2000s even though it was kind of weird. And our last word is unplug. Unplug. It means to take a break from technology. For example, we want to unplug, but we can't stop scrolling. All right, my chaotic Gen Z angels and emotionally exhausted millennials. That's a wrap on this episode of English with Kate. If you loved today's ranty, messy, unfiltered episode, share it with your friends, post it to your story, or send it to that one coworker who still says YOLO. And remember, it's okay to change, to rest, to laugh at yourself, and to not have it all figured out. Because literally, none of us do. Catch you next time for more honest stories, hot takes, and English you can actually use. Stay weird, stay kind, and stay hydrated. Peace out.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more great content.